Hello. Today you'll learn the basics of MLA formatting of in-text citations, or citations in the body of your paper. Reminder of some citation basics. You cite to let your reader know when you have borrowed information and where that information has come from in order to acknowledge and give credit to your sources. Every time you quote directly from or paraphrase or reword someone else's work, you must indicate who wrote the work, what the work is called, and other information that will help us, the reader, find a copy. You give this information in two places. A brief in-text citation in the body of your paper. This is typically the author's last name and page number when available. This directs your reader to the corresponding entry in the alphabetical works cited page at the end of your paper. The works cited entry includes all the information needed to track down a copy of the source, such as author, title, year, DOI or web link, etc. There are two format options for in-text citations. In parenthetical citations, you put the author's last name and page number, when provided, in parentheses at the end of the sentence. For citations in prose, use the author's last name in the sentence and put the page number, when provided, at the end of the sentence in parentheses. So let's say you found a great quote in an article that you'd like to incorporate word for word into your paper. For example, you read a journal article titled, "Why Big Thinkers Can't Stop Talking About Black Panther," written by Joanne Liu, and came across a phrase, "a neo-colonial vision of Africa dreamed up by the West." To incorporate this phrase into your paper, start by adding a short introduction phrase that indicates that a quote is coming, such as, "Kenyan political commentator Patrick Gathara calls Wakanda." Then put quotation marks around the text you've copied word for word. Kenyan political commentator Patrick Gathara calls Wakanda, quote, "a neo-colonial vision of Africa dreamed up by the West," end quote. At the end of the sentence, put the author's last name and page number if provided in parentheses. So in this instance, the parentheses would include Liu space 2. The period goes after the close parentheses. If you decide to paraphrase or restate the idea in your own words instead of quoting directly, you do not have to include any page number. Some critics believe that Wakanda represents a version of Africa envisioned by Western powers, parentheses, Liu, close parentheses, period. In contrast to the parenthetical citation option, in citations in prose, the author's last name is incorporated into the text as part of the sentence. If you are using a direct quote, put the page number in parentheses at the end of the sentence. The period goes after the close parenthesis. Journalist Joanne Liu argues that, quote, "no one is a fan of colonialism," end quote, space, parenthesis 1, close parenthesis, period. The example we've been looking at is an article with one author. If a source has two authors, use "and" between the author's last names. For a parenthetical citation, parenthesis, Muller, space, and, space, Rivera, space, 227, close parenthesis, period. For a citation in prose, the first time the authors are mentioned in text, the full name of both authors should be used. Beverly Muller and Thomas Rivera argue that, quote, "Mondays are sad," end quote, space, parenthesis, 227, close parenthesis, period. When creating a parenthetical citation for a source with 3 or more authors, include the first author's name followed by et al. Period. Then add a page number if there is one. Parenthesis, lore, space, et, space, all, period, space, 5, close parenthesis, period. For citation in prose, mention the author's full name and add "and others" or "and colleagues." According to Pania-Lor and others, comma. Additional MLA resources are available on the library's website through the Citing Sources link. Click on MLA Style 9th edition. The MLA Citation Guide includes several sections on paper and in-text citation format. For more help with citations, visit our Ask an Eagle website at nwtc.libanswers.com.